Hello, welcome. Marlene here. This is a little preview of what we're working on today, some citrus slices. This is the second video in my little three-part series for those of you who want to start cookie decorating. In lesson 1, we worked on the donuts. This was the basics of icing, just playing with it for the first time, seeing how it actually feels in your hands, how it reacts, how it moves. Today's lesson is wet on wet. What is that? That is icing that is all the same consistency in different colors, and when you apply it to the cookie all at once, so you don't wait between steps, you want everything applied at once, it all sinks together and gets a really nice smooth porcelain effect. And there's a little preview of what's coming in lesson 3. But now let's get on our citrus slices onto today's step-by-step tutorial. And here's my icing. This is all 20-second consistency icing. I've got it in 3 colors here. The white is for the sections, and then the darker is the skin of the citrus, and the center in a lighter shade of that color. And I'm working in tipless bags. Since this is not very precise work, it's important to have all the icing in the same consistency. Working on my citrus slice, I've got 2 shades of yellow, starting here with the darkest of the 2. And outer perimeter first. We need to hold the icing in. There. Now I'm grabbing my white icing, and right next to that dark color, we're coming in and adding a white line around the edge, like so. You can decide how thick you want this. Perhaps we'll just do another pass just to fatten it up slightly. So 2 passes of this. And then in the center, we're filling with the same yellow. This is the same yellow, just slightly lighter in color. So you can mix up this shade of yellow, put it in your piping bag, and then what's left in the bowl you can darken up and put in another piping bag. You obviously need much less of the dark since you're only outlining the edge. Now we're going to pick this up, shake it, shake it, shake it to smooth it somewhat. And now I can come in and add the lines in the center that create the sections of my lemon slice here. And I'm going to pick it up once again and shake it. Now you have to work not super fast, but somewhat quickly so that this leveling happens. If you wait, your icing will sit on top of the yellow and not sink in it to create the sections. Now you can see here I had a narrower hole in my piping bag, a smaller hole, and this is a bit fatter. It's up to you which one you prefer. Now I had plenty of yellow left over that I want to use up. And so I've squirted it back into a bowl, and now I'm going to color this orange to make some orange slices. I'm adding 1 drop of the orange food gel, and I'm just stirring this in. And now I have my center color for my orange slices, and I'm going to put this in a bag, and then I'm going to darken it up for the skin of the orange. And here are my 2 versions, an orange slice and a lemon slice. The thing about the citrus slices that's great is really you could do so many colors. If you were to Google types of citrus, I mean, you have lime that's green, grapefruit, you can get pink grapefruit. There's so many different colors that you could add to the platter. And it just, because the colors are so flat, you see it get like a mirror, really confuses the people at the event that you're bringing. They'll be like, how did you do that? And they'll be completely like just baffled at these cookies. And so I'm just going to repeat basically what we did on the little lemon. We're just doing exactly the same thing for the orange. Here, for the outer perimeter, I actually cut a pretty large hole. Since the circle is larger, I wanted to have a bigger kind of perimeter line, and you can see it's much fatter. Instead of passing twice, I get to pass just once and get a nice fat chunky line. And now for the white, I'm not cutting the hole bigger in this case because I need a narrower line for those inside lines. I don't want to have a big fat line there, so I'm going to have to pass twice for the white. There. And now again, slightly like bigger hole here because I'm just filling. There's not a lot of detail. You just need to fill quickly so that everything levels and melds together. So quickly filling this whole center section. A great way to break this design up on the platter is with some simple green leaves. That's always very pretty. You could actually add some real leaves. Get some nice fresh bay leaves and add that to the platter. That would certainly look very pretty. And now again with the same white icing, coming in and sectioning off the orange slice. Just like that. And now the shake to smooth out the surface. There we have the orange slice. We want this to dry before we come in and add the little seeds. This step is certainly optional, but I find that it adds a little bit of interest to the design. I'm adding some seeds once this layer has had time to dry, and all I'm doing, it's a dot and then pulling to create that shape. And you add them wherever you want within the yellow sections. Just like that. And you have your little citrus slices. Here are the completed cookies all assembled together with a few green leaves. As you can see, that kind of brightens up the assortment. You could certainly cut these in half, make some halves, some quarters. It's nice to have different size cookies on your platter. I hope you enjoyed this second lesson in my little beginner series. It's all about practice. Just play with the icing and you'll get it. It's just practice. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.